Hey you guys, I hope that you are all doing quite well, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, welcome to my channel, and if you guys have been here for a while, I'm so glad you're back. So I will be tapping and scratching on 10 different books with very different kind of sounds to them and textures. And I'm just gonna describe the book as I go, each book that I'm tapping and scratching on. Which is a little bit different from what I usually do in a soft-spoken video, so here we go. So this is a insight guidebook to India. It says fully updated, new photography, new edition. This is actually a friend of mine's. Actually, that friend, I don't think they've been to India before, but they want to go. So this book is really smooth. Very smooth texture. A thick page in the front. It's white, and the words are here in grey. India is spelt in grey. And on the top it says Insight Guides in a red box with white writing. Really beautiful architecture on the front. And I am assuming that this is the Taj Mahal. I'm guessing, I don't know for sure. I used to live in India actually, but as a lot of you know, but I don't, I've never been to Delhi, New Delhi, so I don't know if that's it. I've never seen the Taj Mahal. So when you open it up, there is a map and kind of a table of contents. And an about this book section, more table of contents and such. Yeah, they've got great pictures in here. So it looks like you can really learn quite a bit about the history of India and different aspects of the culture. Love that sound. It's like very high pitched. Okay, the second book is made of wood. It's like a little book from Australia. It's more like a photo book than a reading book. It's all wood. And you can see on the front there's a little koala bear, and he's made of like these leaves, really. Leaves and stitchwork. It's like a patch, but you can feel that it's actually, made of a leaf. Pretty cool. And then down here it says koala. And when you open it up, there are pieces in here. This really delicate paper. I believe that's probably to protect the picture that you pop in here. This is a rough paper in a tan color, and there are these brown strings kind of here that you can, 4 brown strings that you can put the 4 corners of each picture inside of. So that's a really great textured book, photo book. Okay, this next book is, it's still wrapped, which is why it kind of gives a really great sound to it. It's wrapped in plastic, very tight plastic. So when I was walking around trying to grab some books, I tapped on this and I just loved the sound that it makes. The audio recorder is right here, so I'm kind of moving towards it to get some up-close sounds. So this book is white, but it's got this really beautiful design on it. Almost looks like kind of like a henna tattoo. It's obviously in Arabic. It's got a big circle here, and then a rectangle down here. This is a very, I like, kind of decorative type of Arabic that's very like artistic and calligraphy type Arabic. And this is more like just standard that you can read it really easily. Or most people can. I do read in Arabic, but I'm not very good. الكتاب المقدس. I think that's the holy book. Is that right? For those of you that speak Arabic. Did I say it right and translate it right? Probably not said it right, but... And these are just these white kind of bubble looking portions that have black writing in them. This next book is more like a normal hardback book, a bit of a cardboard kind of sound to it. It's called Strengthening the Soul of Your Leadership. I gathered all these books from friends and family, people that we like co-live with in our community living situation. We live in community. Check out my video of the room tour, like tapping around our room, if you want to hear about that. Black, a very matte kind of black. It's got some divots and grooves in it, and it's just black when you open it, and then it goes into kind of standard paper. the paper color, that kind of yellowish white. Strengthening the soul of your leadership, seeking God in the crucible of ministry, by IVP Books, InterVarsity Press. Okay, this next book is really textured. So I had to grab it. It is called 40 Days of Prayer by Warren. I'm assuming that is Rick Warren. I've not read this. I haven't actually read anything by Rick Warren, but I know he has a famous book out there called The Purpose-Driven Life. I think that's him. So it's got gold kind of streaks across it. So it's that nice kind of a gold color underneath, but then a really like shiny gold streaks on top of that matte gold on the bottom. And yeah, the writing is in kind of like this turquoise color, very shiny turquoise. 40 Days of Prayer. And then there's a no talking version of this, by the way, too, if you prefer that. And in that video I just loved the insides of this, so I need to tap on this again for you guys in this video. So there's a Bible verse here in the opening, and then on the back there was one too, I think. The sun is peeking through here. Some like rocks and an ocean. This verse says, "Now glory be to God, who by his mighty power at work within us is able to do far more than we would ever dare to ask or even dream of, infinitely beyond our highest prayers, desires, thoughts, or hopes." Ephesians 3:20. TLB is the version. Okay. This next book is quite shiny. It's got plastic covering it. It's quite heavy, so I have to kind of hold it like, maybe like this will be best. It's very reflective. It's covered with a plastic sleeve. This is also a photo book. See all these pages of photos. So next, this is a smaller book. It's the Chronicles of Narnia, C.S. Lewis, The Magician's Nephew. So this is one of the books. This is book 1. I've actually read this one, and it's the only one that I've read. I've seen the movies and of course know about the story, but this is the only book I've actually read, and I loved it. And I'm not a reader. You can see the lion's face at the bottom, and it's like a green colored book. It's got different shades of green, a really foresty green at the top going into some lime green and some kind of like maybe turquoise over here, and down into a lighter, more pale kind of pastel green with that lion's head at the bottom. It's got 3 kind of intertwined rings, the top being gold and the 2 sides being green, and trees kind of growing up in the distant background. And then a man's figure standing in kind of a pool of water. But it's textured on the front here. I don't know if you can hear it. The words are sticking up. And the words are in gold colour, and then the rings, the figure of this man, and the water right here are kind of all raised up above the other parts of the book. And the book in the back is just flat, no raised surfaces. Next is The Little Prince. Have you guys heard of The Little Prince? This is 60th anniversary edition, 1943 to 2003. So it's actually quite a bit older now. I actually did a whole video that I think I called The Little Prince, and it was like a theme of The Little Prince. So it was one of the first videos I did in the beginning of my channel. Okay, and then on the inside they've got the actual book. That was just the cover, because it's like like it says a 60th edition book, so it's kind of special, or made in a special way. So now you've got a really shiny surface, very thin paper, and a very shiny surface. So both of these, the cover that it came in and the book, are blue with yellow highlights of colour. So the kind of little stars are yellow, his hair is yellow, the words up here are yellow, the name of the author, I believe, the title is in white cursive, and the moon is kind of like a tan colour, or I'm calling it the moon, I think it is, I don't know. From what I remember of the book, I'm thinking that it's some kind of like moon. And then the outer portion here that it came in is very scratchy in a lighter blue colour, kind of a nice royal blue, light royal blue. And then the writing on the spine of the book is in gold. is book number 9, if you've been counting. This is called The Road Back to You. The cover is not on it. It comes with like a thin paper cover that kind of folds over the sides. But I've taken it off because I like the yellow and I use it for decoration in our room. We read this with our small group. Small group is like a Bible study. It's our Bible study. We sometimes call it our small group. It's like a smaller group that we get together with. And sometimes we do books like this if we're kind of just like learning a bit about personalities and how to get along with people and understand people. This is a book about different, what's the way to put it? Let me get the right. I don't want to say personalities, but it's the Enneagram. There it is. That's, you guys probably have heard of that, the Enneagram. So they've got different personality types in a way. And it just kind of helps you understand how other people work and function. And how you work and function, and helps you kind of understand why people do what they do, and helps you have healthier, like better relationships with people when you understand those things. And again, this book is bright yellow, very like a canary yellow or something. And it's got these great little lines, kind of, I don't know if the camera is picking up on it, but it's got lines going through in a vertical way. And then so when I go across like that, you can hear that texture. I have to share something funny. I'll try to share it in a relaxing way though, so it doesn't rile you up when you're relaxing. But when we were going over this book in our small group, I'm trying not to laugh. The night we started this book, most of our small group ended up getting violently sick. Like, you'll understand when I say the title of the book of how sick we, thankfully my husband and I didn't, but like we were really, really the outliers. I'm so thankful to God that we did not get sick, but I'm so sorry for my friends that they got sick. Anyway, there must have been a virus going around, and there's kids in the group and everybody. So I'd say about 70% of the group that night or the next day got really sick. So my husband, he calls this book The Road Back to Spew instead of The Road Back to You. Okay. That's never happened. We've met with this group for years and years, but just, I don't know, I think one of the kids had something and passed it on, and it wasn't great. Okay, so the last book, number 10, is another paperback, and it's got a really kind of like the smooth but scratchy surface. It's George Orwell's 1984. I'm sure that most of you, a lot of you have heard of this, I should say. Quite a famous book. It says, the year 1984 has come and gone, but George Orwell's prophetic, nightmarish vision in 1949 of the world we were becoming is timelier than ever. 1984 is still the great modern classic of negative utopia, a startling, original, and haunting novel that creates an imaginary world that is completely convincing. From the first sentence to the last 4 words, no one can deny the novel's hold on the imaginations of whole generations or the power of its admonitions, a power that seems to grow, not lessen, with the passage of time. it's like a white book, completely white, and then it's got a kind of like an eyeball, like the iris, I think it's called, or the eye. So the coloured part, and then the pupil on the inside, and it's like a blue eye. That's what it looks like to me, at least. Okay. So in true ASMRVilla fashion, I'm going to bring all the books back. Or try to, at least. The ones that are too big I'll probably have to leave over there. Like this gigantic one, he will take up the entire space, so I'm going to leave him, but I'll tap on him for a second. There are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And 6 including that big guy. I'm curious which sounds you liked, what book you liked the most. I love book tapping videos. They're one of my absolute favourite ASMR videos to watch. For me, I love soft-spoken videos when people are talking about the books. More than no talking, but I like no talking as well. I just love the sound of books. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is over here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, let me know. Maybe I can get 10 more different kinds of books to tap on for you guys. Okay, hope you're all well. Bye for now.